my beautiful, amazing crochet family. I am your one and your only Lady of Crochet, LadySamoan, and we are back with another all over the place crochet broadcast. Yes, 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 y'all. Listen, I am so excited to talk about this topic with y'all because I've been thinking about this for a while, and I said, you know what, who else to bring it to than the crochet family? So if y'all have a project that you're working on, or you want to start a new project while you listen to me yap it up about some crochet, go ahead and grab your favorite hook and get started because listen, we are going to talk today about the truth about wearing crochet. Okay? Because a lot of times people don't understand that sometimes, even if you're a creator, it's hard to wear crochet or hard to get people to understand the beauty in wearing crochet, right? So I have some notes that I wrote down because I was like, listen, these are some of the things that I felt like are challenges for me when I first started out, because crochet, I would say crochet is not the easiest thing to wear when it comes down to just putting something on if you're not a self-expressive type of person. Like if you don't care what people think, and sometimes people do care what people think, but even if you do, crochet to me is fashion. Crochet is it's like unapologetically just being you and saying, listen, I love me because, and I'm gonna tell you why it's like that. Because I feel like crochet is so opinionated when it's being worn. Some people look like, oh, what's that? What you got on? Or some people feel as if crochet can be kind of like something for, like a back in the day type of thing, like, but one thing that I've seen and that I've noticed is that crochet now is being highlighted in a way to where it's like, baby, it is fashion, fashion, fashion. And I love that because people are being able to express themselves, do their art, or even share their art with others. But one thing I would say too, because we're going to kind of go back and forth with this thing, because I have noticed as well that you can have a piece, right? You're crocheting, you have a piece that you genuinely love, and it doesn't kind of get the pop that you thought it was going to get when but you can make the piece for someone else, and then it gets a whole bunch of attention. Now everybody wants you to make a piece similar to that. That's one thing that I dislike sometimes, when you see, like, you can make a hat, and the hat is on like your favorite celebrity or whatever, somebody that people love, and then now everybody is trying to find somebody that they know who crochets, and they're asking them to crochet that piece. But genuinely, you had a whole bunch of other stuff that you already crocheted before that nobody paid attention to, but just because their favorite celebrity wore it, it's like, hey, I gotta have that. I just like making pieces like that, y'all. I just like making pieces. And that could just be a me thing, because let me put a disclaimer right here too. This video is very opinionated, y'all. These are my opinions in this video, how I feel. Like I said, I wanted to just sit down and chat and talk to y'all, because these are things that run through my mind as a crochet, I would say as a crocheter, and just in general, like just seeing the world around, So one thing too that I put down in my note was, to wear crochet is to embody confidence. And I think that is so true, because I think this does not only just deal with crochet either. I feel like to unapologetically step into a space wearing something that you like, or just being yourself, that's an embodiment of confidence. Y'all, I've always just been like that. And when I would say early on in my early years, I didn't know it was confidence. I just was just like, listen, I'm not a follower. I'm one of those people who are just going to do what it is that I like to do. And that's that. Nobody's going to sway me from the things that I love. Nobody is going to sway me and tell me like, oh no, this is not popular enough, or this is not this. Y'all, my yarn is coming through. But nobody is going to tell me what to do and how to do it. I just never was that type of person. So when it comes to crochet, I realized like people have to understand, like, to wear crochet is to definitely be confident in what it is that you are doing, what it is that you are wearing, because these are pieces to some things that you wear. People are going to be like stopping you like, hey, where you got that from? And you don't want to be hitting, oh, no, no, this, what? Oh, this little thing. Don't downplay your crochet. But like, yes, I made this 101. Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, this piece has a meaning. Like when we are out here wearing crochet, the every stitch is, a story, it's not just the item that is mass produced. These are items that, hold so much value, and you have to be confident when you wear that, you have to, what they say, you have to be confident when you put that on. So I think confidence is key when you're wearing crochet. I already talked about the second point that I said crochet is indeed fashion. You see it now. I've seen some beautiful pieces that people make. You see a lot of people do crochet graphs, and they're making cardigans out of the graphs. I think those are amazing. Hello. I've seen people, what have I seen? The crochet pants. I've seen them put them on, y'all. I'm telling you, I am not a big fashion girly. I am one of those people, like I say, I just kind of go with the flow. If I want to put it on, I'm gonna put it on. But to see people express crochet in such a fashionable way, it is a beautiful thing. And then I've seen some people make dresses, like their wedding dresses, from crochet, and I'm like, oh, that looks so good. Look at you. It's one of those things, because I think some people also take for granted that it takes so much time to create these pieces. You see a quick video that can kind of put your work in, let's say, a 40-second clip. They can kind of cut it down and show you like this, and boom, it's made. And sometimes people take for granted, like, how much time and love that goes into a crochet piece. So I think it's so important. So wearing crochet, even knowing that, is one of those things to where I think once you wear it, you kind of get such like a better appreciation of that thing. It kind of reminds me a little bit of back in the day when you would have like parents that would make your clothes. Like I think back then, a lot of times people took it for granted, like, oh, my mom made this dress, or oh, this right here. And we always had like the seamstress in the community to where you may have an item that was a little too big, and she can kind of like seam it up for you. It could be your prom dress, it could be whatever. We used to take that little detail for granted, right? Not realizing that that is such an art. It is an art to be able to create clothes for your family, create clothes for your children, to just help your community in that way. And I feel like crochet falls into that same category. It falls into that same category. And you have so many different crochet artists. You have some who are just like just want neutral colors. You have some who's like, listen, all over the place like me, y'all. You have some that's like playing with the colors like crazy. And then you have some of us who just really enjoy scrap projects and just bringing things together like that. And one thing too, and the reason why I really wanted to bring this video to the forefront as well is because, you have trends in anything, and any and everything has a trend, right? And I remember the ruffle hats was a thing, but I'm gonna tell you, the amount of people that it was kind of like here and here. We had people here that loved it, people here that disliked it so much. And you have people that would say, if I see another ruffle hat. And it's one of those things that right there actually made me want to make the video as well, because everybody is not going to like everything, and it is okay. And I feel like one thing about, a lot of social platforms, it gives people an opinion. And sometimes they are opinions that we really don't need, that is unnecessary. But hey, when you open yourself out for the world, when you share your work, you're opening it up for opinions. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. Good or bad, you just gotta, it's just like, hey, it is what it is. But I would say, do not allow anyone to sway you from the things that you love. Someone may not like, ruffle hats. I've seen people that say, listen, I can't stand a ruffle hat, but that's not going to make me not want to wear what it is that I love or what it is that I create. So a part of this video is also to encourage the person who is listening to this, who may say, listen, a lot of people are saying this is out of style. A lot of people is this right here. They don't like this. Listen, wear your crochet. Wear whatever it is, even if it's not crochet. Wear whatever it is that you want to wear, that you really genuinely love. And I remember this quote, y'all, that my aunt used to tell me. And she would say, girl, you better put that on. Or she'll show me some clothes that she had from a long time ago with bell bottoms and all of this stuff. She loved clothes, but she loved old school stuff. And she'd be like, girl, it's nothing new under the sun. Watch. In a couple of years, these things gonna go right back around and it's gonna be fashionable again. And show enough, show enough, I'm gonna tell you, if you live long enough, you're gonna live long enough to see some trends repeat itself. And you're like, oh, back in the days, we used to call these this and that, and now it's a whole new name, but it's the same thing. And that's the beauty in, I think, just fashion in general, but the beauty in just being yourself, the beauty in just loving it, what you do and loving, what you wear, who you are. Like nobody can sway you from that. So my last little thing that I wrote down is how you show up in crochet is how other people see you wear your crochet. Now, this is something that I tell my kids all the time, but we're going to put it in crochet terms, right? So pretty much if I'm wearing a crochet piece and I'm not confident, or I'm pulling at everything when I wear it or when I walk outside, I'm not the most happy in this crochet. When other people see me, they're going to see that crochet the same way that I'm wearing that crochet. So that crochet ain't gonna look as beautiful as if I'm out here and I'm confidently wearing this thing, and you can't tell me that I did not put this on, or you can't tell me that this piece that I'm wearing is not the best piece ever. That's the way other people is going to see your crochet. And it's not just with wearable crochet, because I wanted to put that out there too. Whatever it is that you make, whatever it is that you make, and I'm going to say it one more time, because whatever it is that you make, understand that the way that you see your product or your actual end result of what it is that you made, that's the way other people is going to see it. Okay. Now, if you're always coming out and saying, listen, I crocheted this and I kind of messed up, I got a little knot here, I missed a stitch, yada yada who. Other people are going to see the mistake because we are pointing it out. We are showing up with presenting the mistake. But if I'm like, listen, this is what I made, it is what it is, and it's beautiful. You're gonna love it because I love it. So much love in it. People are going to feel immediately the love in it. And you have to understand that, like, the way you show up to the world is the way that the world sees you. So if you're more confident in your crochet, that's how everybody is going to see the work that you do. It may not be nothing new under the sun. A single crochet is a single crochet. A double crochet is a double crochet. But what makes it different is the people who are presenting the work. Okay? What makes it different is the people who are presenting the work. I'm going to say that one more time. What makes it different is the people who are presenting the work, because you can be at a craft show and you can have a million crochet booths and y'all can have similar items, and one person can get way more likes, looks, and views and sales than this person say over here, because this person is showing up in this brightest form, happy, telling you why you should let it, that you come to my booth and it's like, hey, how you doing today? Like, you looking to buy some crochet today because you look like you're the type that just loves some good crochet. Or you can go to another booth and it's like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, this is my items. This is what I have, little mild manner, little like, yeah, it's okay. You're not confident with your prices. You're not confident with your product. It's going to show. But that person who's just like, listen, out loud, unapologetically, like, listen, this crochet cat or love plush is what you need. Okay, you didn't know you came to this booth and didn't know you needed this today, but you need this love in your life. You need this love in your life, and that person's gonna be like, you know what? I do. I didn't know I needed it. So I just wanted to make this video to talk to y'all. This is little things that run through my mind, and I think it's very important sometimes because a lot of people do struggle with some things. And I think we take for granted just because we can show up a certain way does not mean that somebody else can do the same thing or they understand life that same way. So it's so important to have these conversations. I think it's beautiful conversations within the community. And I want to know y'all opinions. What do y'all think about when y'all wear y'all crochet? is it, some people may say, listen, this, I never looked at it like that. It's not a big deal to me. I don't even think about it. And that's good. I think it is a beautiful thing that we have such a variety of different people, because some people are going to watch the video and say, girl, I don't have them problems. I just put it on. It is what it is. But then you're going to have some people where it resonates and it's like, listen, yeah, I do have a little difficult time showing up with my crochet, but now I know I just have to put a little confidence with it, and it is what it is, you know? So let's not take for granted different people life experiences. I tell my kids all the time, everybody's living a different life experience. But guess what, y'all? It could be such a beautiful, beautiful life experience. Let's just communicate, conversate with each other, you know, and continue the conversations, you know. That's the beautiful thing. So continue the conversation with me in the comment section below. I would love to hear what y'all think about this topic. And as always, y'all, please remember that I am your one and your only Lady of Crochet, LadySamoan, and I will see you next time.